Hello, and welcome to the latest Doctor Who video review from Digital Spy. This week, Series 10's finale got underway with World Enough and Time. But did this episode rock my world, or was it just a waste of, well, you see where I'm going with this.
Everything is dying. We must evolve to survive.
So, imagine an episode of Doctor Who that reintroduced the Mondasian Cybermen and brought back John Simm as the Master. Then imagine that you had no idea either of those things were going to happen. Imagine what an amazing experience watching that episode would be. Unfortunately, that's not the experience any of us had watching World Enough and Time, an episode I so badly wish I'd gone into totally spoiler-free. Advertising the presence of the Mondasian Cybermen, and in particular of John Simm, was, for me, a big mistake. The episode builds and builds and builds, but to a climax we already know is coming. The whole thing is built around Simm's return being a secret, except it isn't. So you're left with the feeling that what could have been a properly stunning episode has been badly undermined. Not everything, it has to be said, hinges on the episode's two big surprises, so there is still a lot to like. The first 10 or so minutes are pretty phenomenal, kicking off with a shock regeneration. What's happened to the Doctor? Where is he? And most importantly, what has happened to his hair? It is more spectacularly foof-tastic than I've ever seen it before. Then we get Missy role-playing as Doctor Who, Michelle Gomez proving, if proof were needed, that a female Doctor could absolutely work. But the laughs dry up once Bill ends up with a hole in her chest, and from here, the episode continues with two more acts which are different but just as compelling as the first. First, we go back in time to explore the nuances of the Doctor's feelings for both Bill and Missy. It's always great when Doctor Who takes a breath to examine the Doctor and companion's relationship away from the monsters, and that scene with the Doctor and Bill on the rooftop eating chips gave me end of the world flashbacks. No bad thing. But we also get an important insight into why the Doctor wants to save Missy so badly. In saving her soul, he's sort of saving his own too. Then the episode's third and final act starts strong with wonderfully grimy, queasy scenes of body horror as Doctor Who finally explores the genesis of the Cybermen. And it's strong stuff. Their agony silenced by a mute button is a seriously haunting concept. But then Mr. Razor shows up, which brings me back to where I started. Those are some top-notch prosthetics, and we get a wonderfully quirky performance from John Simm, totally outside of his usual wheelhouse. If we didn't know Simm was in this episode, Razor might have had us fooled. But we do. So we're not. The episode crawls to the Master's eventual appearance, which it then plays as a grand reveal, which it could have been, which it should have been. Still, once Moffat's put all his cards on the table, the final scenes are thrilling. Simm delivers a slightly tweaked version of his Master, more cruel and calculating than the dangerous clown of previous appearances, and with that goatee beard and all-black outfit, he's seriously channeling Roger Delgado's original. And even better, his return doesn't just feel like a gimmick. The Master is the living embodiment of the dark past that Missy is trying so hard to escape. With a strong cliffhanger, World Enough and Time left me itching for the Doctor Falls. It's just a shame we were denied an even more thrilling experience. If there was ever an argument against spoilers, it's this week's episode of Doctor Who. We were the fans who knew too much. Just my thoughts as ever, but did you disagree? Maybe you thought the episode worked despite the spoilers. Well, let us know what you thought of World Enough and Time in the comments below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for all your Doctor Who needs. See you next week.